Hey everybody, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to find a domain name and select a hosting company for our new WordPress website.
What is a domain name?
A domain name is a web address that identifies where your website is.
See if you can get 0.com.
I guess we could do that. All right, so today in this episode, we're going to discuss web hosting. And I want to show you why I use this particular company, WebHost, most. I use these guys for the simple reason that this right here, the renewal price never changes. So I'm going to hold them to the $5 a month when I renew that in 3 years from now, not the $10 a month. I'm going to get the same renewal rate of $180. But I did want to show you there's a one website package here for $250 a month. It's only $90 for the first 3 years. Renewal price never changes. It's a 10 gigabyte, which is plenty for one website, one domain. If you're not a developer and you're just experimenting with your first WordPress website, this might be an option for you. And then there's one more option that they don't put up front here. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. They actually have free hosting right here. 125 megabytes. All right, now, like I said before, one installation of WordPress is 65 megabytes. So you've used half of your storage just to install WordPress. And then once you get building the site, you're going to add photographs, videos, whatever. So this is a great opportunity to start for free. And we're actually going to monitor how much space we're putting on our website. I think we're going to build just a simple 3 or 4 page, 5 page maybe WordPress website. It will serve as a service website or informational website. Say you're an artist or you take photographs or you photograph weddings or something to that effect. That's what we're going to build here in this series, and it will certainly fit on this. I don't know, in time you'll outgrow this for sure, but this is another option too. You can start the free. So today we're going to discuss how you would start with any of the plans. They're going to ask you which country you're in. We're in the USA here. Click on that, which brings us to our next topic, choosing a domain name. So domain name is like google.com, anything.com, anything.biz, blog, ca, club, de. You can see all the extensions that you can get, .org, .site. I actually have a domain, mybits.com was unavailable, so I use mybits.live for my business domain, and I actually own mybits.shop. So you don't have to do the .com. I mean, it's recommended that you do if you could find a domain, but you would do a search here. So Zero wanted me to search and see, and I already know Zero.com. Zero is not available. So how about ZeroBand.com? That's not available. But 0 and 1 band is available. There you go. So most of the domains today are going to cost anywhere from $7, $8, $10, $16. If you get some of them I've seen quite expensive. I wouldn't go crazy, but I would take my time and try to figure out if I'm trying to do a business of some sort or something that you're going to hang on to for a long time. Take your time on this. And this is 1 year. So this expense, even on this free account, is going to be that right there. So if you did this today, we're in the free link, but we would have to pay for the domain name. So I'm going to just pretend that we're doing this. Don't get excited, Zero. And you can see that due today for the free hosting plan, there's nothing. You have to pick down here the U.S. servers that they're going to host your free plan on is in Iowa. Continue. And this is the same if we had purchased the other professional plan or the other single website plan. This is going to be the same. We don't need the protection. And so you can see that the cost to use the free 125 megabyte free plan is the cost of the domain, $16.89. So you would fill this out. You can use PayPal, and I believe it doesn't take any of your information other than you need to put your name, last name, and an email address. And what you're going to get from them when you fill this out and pay for the domain is an email confirming that you own that domain, and it will have a link. Okay, here's the message from WebHostMost for the domain that I purchased. Mine was $7.89, but here's the link that I'm talking about. Once you fill out that form, they're going to send you this email to confirm that you're a real person. They want you to verify the email address that you gave them, and you're going to click on this. You may log into the client area, client.webhostmost. So you click on that link, and that's going to take you back to the client login. And that's why it's important to remember the login information that you filled out here. You want to make sure that you write this down, whatever the password, and then the login is going to be your email that you provide here to them to confirm this sale. And like I said today, if you're signing up for the free 125 megabyte free plan, the only cost is whatever your domain costs. So take your time, buy a domain, pause the video, and when you figure out what you want per domain, then pay for it, go through the registration, and then go to your email. You'll get the confirmation email from them. Click on the link. It brings you here to the login for the client area. So here's my login. I'm going to log in to the client area, and we should be on the same page. Now you're going to see this domain is kind of the parent domain that I have because I have 4 or 5 of them with WebHostMost, and I already have my plan, my hosting plan. So when you get to this client area, you're going to want to go to the control panel right here. Click on that. It's going to bring you to here, and what we're looking for is Website Management Advanced Installer Hub. So we're going to click on this, and it's going to bring you to this, showing this shows my installations are already done. What you need to do is go up here to the WordPress symbol, and it says WordPress Manager. Click on that, and then you're going to go to install. Click on that, and then you're going to find in this box your domain that you purchased. So yours, you're only going to have whatever domain you have that doesn't have WordPress. So you load that in there, whatever your domain is, and then the first thing we want to do is eliminate this admin username. Now every WordPress installation comes with this user, this user has the administrative permissions. And if you leave this here, then anyone can go to the front page of the login to the website, and they're halfway there. They just have to hack your password. So it's not recommended to leave this admin. I usually put some kind of name there. And then remember the password that you put in here. Remember the username that you changed to. Write this down somewhere. We're going to need that later. And then hit install. And we're going to update my Windows so that it stores that password. And there you go. That's how easy it is to install WordPress on WebHostMost. Most of your hosting companies, if you don't use WebHostMost, have something very similar to this. This is called Softaculous, I think, the application. Most of them have it. Some of them, they give you other options, more help. But congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Now we can go right to the front end of this domain by clicking here, or we can go to the login by going here. And I know from these guys that I'm already logged in to my there we go. So it's the AI builder, the get started here if you want their help. But in this tutorial, we don't need that. We're just going to go to, I don't want to try an easy setup process. We're going to do it manually. So we're going to hit this no. And then this has taken us to the back end. We don't need to install any of these recommended features because we're not going to keep the theme that's in there. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if you go up here to, it called our website My Blog. We're going to change all of that eventually, but we're going to go visit the site by clicking on this link, and you can see that it's a brand new WordPress installation. Okay, this is the only front page that's showing. But if you go up here, hover over My Blog, you can go to the dashboard where we just were in the back end by clicking that. And then that takes us to the back end. And the first thing that I suggest doing is to go to users. And here's where we set up that user with the password. But I want to change this email. Now this is a legitimate email. I think even with the free account, you do get an email through them. But I prefer to put my own email server in here. I just like to change this. So we're going to hit your username, hit edit. And you can put your first and last name in here, nickname, display name. I want to change this. I'm going to put my own personal or my work email I'm going to put in here. And this is the domain name of the website. I'm going to leave that there. And then we can update this profile. And I'm going to show you, they're going to send us an email to confirm. It says this new address will not become active until you confirm it. So we're going to hit update profile. And go to my inbox, and I just got this from WordPress. My blog email changed. It says we have received a request that you change the email to this account. If this is correct, please click this link, and this link is going to take you right back to where we were. And then we're going to check and make sure this is still changed the way we wanted it. And we're going to hit Update Profile. And now, when we go to Users, you can see that we have the new email address. Not the address of the server that the website is being served on, not the Scott or admin at whatever this was at scottbordeaux.com. Now it's going to my personal email. I'll explain later why I wanted to do that. For now, let's get back here to the dashboard. We can hit Dashboard. And this is what we call the back end of the WordPress installation. This is where you're going to make all your edits, where you're going to make all your changes, and you're going to work on the website. This isn't the front page like we looked at before. So the first thing I want to show you is this list of items over here. Dashboards up here. Posts. These are blog posts. Once we start making blog posts, we can go to those. You can see the Hello World one was generated when they installed this theme. And then the media library is all of your photographs, any videos, anything that you add to the database to show on the website. That's going to be located here. That's how you get to that. Here's the pages. I don't think, there's a privacy page and a sample page. We're going to build our pages later. Comments, we don't really need that right now. Now appearance shows you themes, editor, and customize. We're going to go to this themes, highlight the appearance, click on themes, and it's going to show you that our active theme is 2025. That's what they installed for us. We're going to change that in the next episode and get started on customizing our website. And then I want to show you plugins. Here's all of the plugins that they installed with our 2025 theme. We're going to go through these and get rid of the ones that we don't need, because this is taking up some of your space and we don't need a lot of these. So in the next episode, we're going to delete these out and install the ones that we do need. And then we're going to change the theme in the next episode as well. So we were already at users. We saw that. Tools. There's a bunch of tools for us. Settings. We're going to discuss that in the next episode as well. We're going to change some of these settings that are controlling different functions of the website. And then that's it for today. We're going to visit the front page. You should have this. And then stay tuned, like and subscribe. Any questions you have in the comments, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And then tune in for episode 2 of this WordPress series, and we will begin to customize this. I'll see you then.